The selection of the crew of the Defender was a bold and original departure from custom. It was probably instigated by practical motives, but from the circumstances of the case, it could not fail to excite a patriotic sentiment. In the absence of any neighboring villages of trained yachtsmen who live in clans, as they do in England, it has hitherto been necessary to pick up a miscellaneous crew, generally of Scandinavians. Down on the coast of Maine are a race of American sailors whose grandfathers sailed all around the Englishmen in 1812 and before. When they chose to, they chased and overhauled the fleetest of the enemy. When they thought it more prudent, they sailed a race for life and generally won. These men have been sailing boats all their lives, just as the best English racing crews have done, as fishermen. The fisherman's life is continued racing. It's get out with your seines, make your haul, and scurry to port before the increased supply has lowered the price of the catch. And so, Mr. Iceland sent Captain Half down among the thoroughfares of the Maine Islands to cast about to see what he could secure in the way of a brand new American crew. The captain found what he wanted and did not have to go far from Rockland to get it. And he didn't have to ask twice. Would a coast of Maine man decline a chance to race an Englishman at sea? Would a coast of Maine boy refuse blueberry pie? It is quite likely that Captain Half could have had the whole male population of the islands. He wisely did not go picking about. He went to one place, Deer Island. This is a large island at the mouth of Penobscot Bay, sheltered somewhat from the ocean tempests by the surrounding islands, Vinyl Haven, Isle of Haut, Swan's Island, and numerous smaller rocky islets. Like all the islands of the Maine group, it has raised a stock of men such as heroes are made of when opportunity offers. It was town meeting day, and he said to the people, "I want men from among you to sail the new Cup Defender." Well, he owned the place. He set up his headquarters in a venerable old mansion, 106 years old, and now the leading boarding house on the island. Here, before a blazing log fire, the famous skipper of the Great South Bay, supported on either hand by two of the magnates of the place, Captain Weed and Captain Conant, received the aspirants to fame and sport who lined up before him, the best blood of Deer Island, always ready for sport or struggle on the deep. The successful candidates were selected, with the advice of the local fathers after much secret deliberation, and the result announced. The Cup Champions and Their Crews by R.B. Burchard, published in Outing, September 1895.
Welcome to Peek into Paintings. I am Gina with the Penobscot Marine Museum in Searsport, Maine. In the last video, we briefly explored the history of the America's Cup as it relates to this painting of the Yacht Defender by Antonio Jacobson. Today, we're taking a look at the connection to Maine. At the beginning of this video, I read a contemporary description of how the Defender wound up with a crew from Maine, and I will just add a few things to that. At the time Captain Half came to Deer Isle in 1895, the venerable old mansion he stayed at was a boarding house known as the Ark and owned by a sea captain and his wife, William and Elizabeth Haskell. Here's a photo of the Ark from the Eastern Illustrating and Publishing Company collection in the Penobscot Marine Museum archives. The building is now the Pilgrim's Inn. 35 Deer Isle men served on the Defender's crew. According to the Republican Journal in 1895, as soon as the news of the Defender's victory was received at Deer Isle Saturday, the cannon was hauled out and 3 salutes fired in honor of the Defender and the Deer Isle boys. This is only a small slice of the story of the Defender and the 1895 America's Cup races. I love how Antonio Jacobson's painting helps to tell the story. I especially love the care he took to include the Deer Isle crew and tell their story through the painting.